What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm here at the gym taking a quick breather. It's another leg day. You know, I'm beating these legs up every 3 days. Real talk, my calves are still a bit worn from when I was in here the other day, my last leg day, but whatever. You know, we trying to bulk these legs up a bit, man. You know, it's not as easy to bulk legs up when you 6'4". You know, if it's a guy that's like 5'7", he can put in, you know, like a leg day once a week and you'll see significant progress. Me, I can't. I got to hit legs harder just because having longer legs, it just requires you to beef them up more in order to get the same aesthetic. But that's okay, because I would honestly rather be tall. I'd rather be 6'4" and have to, you know, just do leg day twice a week to get the same result than be shorter and, you know, they bulk up easier. So that's just me. You know, if you're a short king out there, this is no shame to you whatsoever, but I ain't gonna even hold you up, man. I enjoy being a tall guy. I just do. I enjoy being a tall dude, and it helps tremendously when you play sports being tall, not just basketball, just all sports. There's no sport that I played personally where being tall was a disadvantage. I know gymnastics, being tall isn't advantageous for you, but I'm not into gymnastics. So the sports that I play, being tall is very much an advantage. But shout out to you guys, man. My subs, thank you guys for riding along with me. The road to 5,000, we making slow motion, but some motion is better than none. And let's get into the topic at hand, man. You see, Joe Biden pardoned his son behind them federal gun charge he had. And you know, this might surprise you guys, but I really don't care. He pardoned his son, even though he said he wasn't going to. I get the criticism. People are like, he lied. Yeah, okay, sure. He lied. You know, it is what it is. As a father, I get it, man. I mean, you know, it just is what it is. You're a father. You are the president of the United States. You are in the highest office of the land. You're in the position to do this for your son, to give him, you know, an out. And so he did. I can't really talk smack about that, man, because I really don't think anybody else would have did it any differently. I mean, they may not have been adamantly saying over and over and over they're going to support whatever the, you know, jury outcome is. You know, they may have been, you know, from jump like, look, that's my son. I'm a partner. You know, if y'all don't like it, y'all don't like it. But I'm not about to just feed my son to the wolves. So, you know, I hope the outcome that I'm looking for happens. But if not, you know, I'm going to just have to go ahead and use my presidential powers to do that. And, you know, people would be like, well, what's the point in giving them a jury trial in the first place? Yada, yada, yada. You know, it undermines the process. Yep. And, you know, that is valid. That's valid criticism. I hear that. But, you know, people are so quick to say they would do this, they would do that when it's not their situation. And I honestly don't know anybody personally that, you know, that they would have acted any different. And even if I don't know the person personally, I mean, let's just be for real here. If it's somebody else's kid, who would really leave them to do some prison time or whatever when you got the position to just make it go away? Now, does this help him? Not really, because we know that Hunter Biden is a massive screw up. You know, I mean, for one reason or another, you know, the guy seems to be into doing substances, and I'm sure that impairs his judgment, but it's not completely just substances. You have a young man that is used to, well, actually, no, he's not even a young man. He's not a young man at all. This is a dude that's in his, what is he, like middle age now at this point? Maybe a little bit above that. But you have a man, you could tell that he's where he's at today because he has benefited from his father being in a position to fix things for him pretty much his whole life. I mean, his dad's been in politics almost 50 years. So, his dad has been in a position to fix problems that come his way and keep them quiet. But his son was such a colossal screw up, and now him being president, he's, Biden's more visible than ever by him being president, that now his son's screw ups, they became nearly impossible to hide. And it didn't help that this guy would film himself doing stupid stuff. I mean, he would have pictures and videos of him with underage girls. I remember there was this one video I saw of him where he's just walking around just looking crazy. Like, you could tell he's on something. He's walking around looking at his phone's camera the way I'm looking, at y'all right now. And he was spinning around in place and wherever he was at. And then he went outside and got to spinning around some more. He was just looking crazy. So it doesn't help that whenever he's doing something stupid, he feels the need to film it. So your dad is one of the most photographed people on the face of the planet. And you're out here doing a lot of really goofy stuff. And you're leaving a paper trail and a video trail behind, you're going to create problems. And, I can only imagine what it's like for Biden. You have a son that clearly has some sort of addiction. So I'm certainly not making fun of that, because that's not a joke. If you knew people that have addictions and stuff, that's a rough thing to deal with. So my heart goes out to him with that. Biden may not be my favorite president by far. I think Biden is one of the worst presidents in my lifetime. Some of you may agree with that. Some of you may disagree with that. That's just how I feel about him. To me, he is one of the worst, if not the worst president of my lifetime. Even with that said, I still empathize with him as a father of being in the position that he was in. Yeah, he shouldn't have been saying over and over and over he was going to stand by the verdict. He wasn't going to pardon him. No, he shouldn't have been doing that. And honestly, when he was saying that stuff, I really wasn't buying that then, because I'm just thinking to myself, what if I was in this position? Ain't no way I wouldn't pardon my boy. Come on now. Ain't no way. So I'm just not really going to expect somebody to do some shit that I know I wouldn't do. I wouldn't I would pardon my boy. I wouldn't do that. So I'm just not going to expect him to do something that I wouldn't do. Now, if he would have stood by it, that would have been the real shocking thing. I'd be like, damn, man. He stood 10 toes down on that. He said he wasn't going to pardon it, and he didn't. But the fact that he did, it's what was to be expected. It really was. So I'm not even tripping about that, man. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with the fact that he pardoned his son? Do you not agree with it? Are you surprised that he pardoned his son? I'm not going to say I agree or disagree with it. I'm just going to say I get it. I get it because I would have did the same damn thing. I'm president of the United States. Y'all talking about something, giving my boy prison time? Nah, we ain't about to play them games. Nah. Oh, he's going away for 20 years. Nah, he really ain't. Y'all go ahead and say that, but nah, that's not happening. So yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I would have did it. I would have did the pardon. I'm not even gonna pretend like I wouldn't have. I would have did the pardon. So since I know I would have did the pardon, I can't really drag him for doing it. The only thing that I really can criticize that he did here was repeatedly saying that he wasn't going to pardon him, that he was going to stand by the outcome, and he reversed course on that. Maybe at one point he was serious and decided to change up, but I don't know. He released a statement basically claiming that raw politics, basically, in a nutshell, interfered with the whole process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. That's some BS. I mean, he did what he was being accused of. I mean, he just, he did what he did. It just is what it is. But he's gonna get out of it, as we all pretty much expected. Your dad's the president of the United States. you're going to get out of a lot of stuff, you know. And before his dad was president of the United States, you know, all his life, his dad has been fixing his fuck ups. You know for a fact that he is, because he's still operating like that same, in a sense, bratty, entitled dude today. You know, so I personally hope that he takes the opportunity here and gets some help and starts to stay out of trouble. But I'd be lying if I said to y'all that I really don't see that happening. I think that he's going to continue to do the same stupid stuff he's been doing. But I will hope, because I always want to see people do better, especially when somebody's suffering from some addiction or whatever. So I want to see him do better. I'm just not so sure that he will. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all when we get back here in the gym. Peace.